Namaskaram. I pay my solemn obeisance to all the viewers and listeners. Dear viewers, today we are going to discuss on chapter 25 of the book Genesis of Old Testament of the Bible. In this book, in this chapter, it is mentioned that Abraham, basically in this chapter, Abraham's family is dealt with. In this chapter, it is stated that Abraham, after the death of Sarah, Abraham took another wife, and her name was Keturah, and she bare him Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. During the time of Sarah itself, Abraham became old man, and here he became too much old, crossing 100 and 15 years, and then he died. Before death, he gave all that he had unto Isaac. Isaac was the son of Sarah, and he had also many sons of the concubines. He gave them gifts. You could see the partiality. A father should not behave in a partial way. A good father should always behave justifiably. He had not done justice to the sons of the concubines. He gave them only some gifts and asked them to go away from the land of Isaac. Then there is another son, that is Ishmael, from Sarah's handmaid called Hagar. So Hagar and Sarah both gave children to Abraham, and they were famous in Jewish history, Isaac and Ishmael. So Isaac and Ishmael buried this old man in the cave of Machpelah, where his wife Sarah was also buried. And in some verses here, the generations of Ismail and Isaac is given. Ismail had children named Nebajoth, Kedar, Adbil, Mibsam, Hadar, Tema, Zetu, Misma, Duma, Masa, Nafis, and Kedema. And all these children, they were well settled in some parts of the nations, and some of them were even outside the nation. And in the land of Egypt and Jerusalem, Assyria, so they dwelt from Havilah on the shore in Egypt towards Assyria. Isaac had 2 children, but the story is that his wife was not conceiving, and so he entreated God. He implored God to offer an issue. And God, Lord God, talked to his wife, Rebekah. So Lord God talked to Rebekah and said, you would conceive 2 children, and those 2 children, they would be opposite in their behavior, and one who is the elder, she bear twin children. The name of the first one was Esau, though they were twin, but the baby which came out first was Esau, which that baby was red in color, and second one was called Jacob. Esau was a good hunter, a brave man, smart man, and Jacob was a plain man. So Isaac loved Esau more, but his wife Rebekah loved Jacob. And Lord God said that Jacob must serve Esau because he has the birthright, because he was elder. One day, Esau came after hunting, but since he was very tired and he fainted, and it seemed that he would die. So at that stage, Esau rather asked Jacob to give him some thing to eat and drink. But Jacob said that you have to sell your birthright. This is the samskara. This is the upbringing of the children. Here in India, brothers, here in Sanatana Dharma, Hindu Dharma, brothers used to love each other. They are not taught to compete with each other. They were brought about in that manner in which both brothers would cooperate. But here in this culture, we see that one is competing with other and become enemy. So, but Esau said, okay, what is the use of this birthright? I am now dying, so it is better to receive some food and water from you. Then Jacob gave him the bread and pottage of lentils. And Esau despised his birthright. So this is the end of this chapter. Here there are some points. First thing is, which I have mentioned, that Abraham had not done justice to all his children. Second thing is, Lord God is Lord God was in always Lord God was in conversation with Isaac and his wife Rebecca. The question is, why Lord God has so much time and so much sympathy and so much cooperation for these two persons? What they have done is special. So since they have done nothing special, why Lord God is so much sympathetic? This is very unusual thing, that Lord God is not doing justice to all his children. Since all human are his children, so Lord God should do all men should, even if you do not consider that they are children in their sense of philosophy, but they are the creation and they are his creation, so he should do justice to all and he should behave equally to all. But he is not doing equality he is not offering equality to all. He is doing injustice to many, and he is favoring one or two persons without any reason. Why he is favoring? The question is that why God would favor? In Sanatana Dharma, in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says that I do not favor anyone. People would get what they are doing, what they are wishing, what they are thinking, what are their emotions, they would get according to these values, and they would not get anything because of some favors. So God should not do favor to anyone. Then and there, we could say that God is beyond favoritism. God is justifiable. So here is the justice. So neither Abraham is doing justice nor Lord God is doing justice. So this is the philosophy of Jews and Christians and Muslims. So it is for the viewers and listeners to decide what Lord God and Abraham should do and what they have done. Is it fair to do favoritism? Now this is up to you to decide the characteristics of God in the term of favoritism. Hari Om.